CrossFit, a new form of fitness developed in 1995, has seen a huge increase in popularity in recent years and continues to grow. CrossFit is a program that mixes Olympic weightlifting with plyometrics at a high intensity. Equipment used includes barbells, pull-up bars, weight sleds, rowers, jump ropes, and boxes to jump on. Opposed to commercial gyms, there are no weight machines. One of the key points in CrossFit's definition is to increase functional fitness through the workouts. This means it helps people become stronger while going through motions that they could potentially use every day.
It should straight up work. You know, you're not sitting there in a gym with the fan blowing on you, running on a treadmill. It should straight up work, and it works. It sucks, but it works. You go to the gym and you perform tasks like a tricep, this. You know, you watch some like calf raises, maybe some shrugs. You've seen those before? And you have a lot of people who do that kind of stuff. And they never really sit and ask themselves, what effect does this have to help me in my daily routine? What does doing a calf raise or a shoulder shrug or a bicep curl have in helping me perform a task in real life? In life, we never isolate muscle groups, ever. I mean, there's not a time, even drinking a beer. Let's just say you drink a beer, right? You would never drink a beer simply by bicep curling. You still have to use your shoulder and your wrist, right? Or anything. And so when you train in isolation, it doesn't develop athleticism. It just trains isolation and bulging muscles. What we're trying to develop is athletes. And so that's why CrossFit is so much better, is because we combine movements that combine multiple joints and multiple muscle groups, which is more applicable to outside the gym. Squatting, lifting, pressing, cleaning an object to your shoulder. We do all this kind of stuff in outside the gym, so that's why we do it inside here.
CrossFit was developed in 1995 by a former high school gymnast named Greg Glassman. After developing the program, he opened the first gym in Santa Cruz the same year. Shortly after it opened, the Santa Cruz Police Department trained under his new program, and word began to spread. From then on, CrossFit became the principal strength and conditioning program for many police academies, tactical operations teams, military units, championship martial artists, and hundreds of other professional athletes worldwide. The growing amount of gyms from 18 in 2005 to over 1,700 in 2010 is evidence of the increasing popularity of CrossFit. Part of this is due to CrossFit's importance in scalability. As stated by the official website, we scale load and intensity. We don't change programs. This allows people of all ages and athletic ability to participate, as well as making both genders interested.
I think there's a nice balance between women and men in CrossFit because it's scalable, so you can make it work. You know, that's appealing to a girl that she can be working out, and it's empowering. I just think that it's empowering. It's appealing. They get to work out right alongside the man and not feel freaked out. And what's funny about it is, like, I laugh at it. It's like you go to 24-hour fitness and all the girls are running around. You can tell there's like some girls that are going there to socialize and stuff like that. But usually they have their headphones on, they're doing their own thing. They always got their sweatshirt tied around their butt because they all think their butt's too big and they think everybody's there looking at their butt. Girls don't do that here. They come in, everybody socializes at the beginning, and everybody's working out. And during the middle of a workout, during the middle of getting your ass kicked in that 12 to 15 minute time frame, the last thing you're worried about is whether somebody's staring at you or looking at you or oogling over you or trying to talk to you and hit on you when you don't really want to do that. You just want to come and work out. So I think that that's kind of a cool benefit of that. But and you know, they see some of these women and they lose weight, they get stronger, they look stronger, they don't look freaky buffed out. Don't get me wrong, there's top chicks in the CrossFit game that are pretty spooky to a lot of women, but they come into my gym, they don't see that. You know, they come in across the hall, they don't see that. They see like pretty much normal women, you know, school teachers, moms, and everyone's smiling and happy, having a good time, and they're just fitter, and they can tell them, you know, the benefits that it's been for them to train.
The availability of CrossFit has been successful for everyone because of technology. Every day, a workout of the day, or WOD, is posted on CrossFit.com, and anyone with internet access is able to do them. With proper equipment, people can do the workouts at home. Though they are for everyone, these workouts are grueling by any standards. The names of the workouts are commonly named after women and are referred to as the ladies. These workouts include Angie, Barbara, Grace, Helen, and Fran, along with many others. Workouts vary from doing as many reps as you can of different workouts in a given time or completing a set amount of reps for a time. An example is Angie. Angie is doing 100 pull-ups, 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, and 100 squats while being timed. A workout called Death by Burpees is done by doing as many burpees or up-downs as possible in 10 minutes. CrossFit continues to grow because it is different from traditional weightlifting.
Compared to regular weight training, typically speaking, would be that CrossFit is somehow going to involve the endocrine system a little bit more than traditional fitness training. Because CrossFit often will use exercises that are more dynamic, more ballistic, and use more muscle groups. And so the more muscle groups you're using, the more stress it places on the endocrine system, our hormonal system, and as a result, our bodies, typically speaking, will release more growth hormone and testosterone as a result.
The long-term side effects, like a lot of the stuff we do, isn't crushing you or hurting you right now, but what's going to happen down the line? You know, bad knees, bad backs, like chiropractors are rejoicing.
My problem with it is that there's a lot of people that want this to be like the little underground subculture. You know, I don't really care. It's like people that dog, people that go to like 24-hour fitness or world gym. Like, are they working out? Yes, good. They're working out.
From a social standpoint, I think it's great. I mean, it gets people out of their traditional fitness routine. Sometimes we need to think outside of traditional four walls, think outside of the box. The CrossFit program, I think, helps do that. It brings that to the fitness, community. It brings that to the table, and I think it's a great idea.
Because of CrossFit becoming so popular, a competition developed known as the CrossFit Games. Though the CrossFit Games are just a competitive version of CrossFit, the games are a whole different beast.
CrossFit Games. Insane. You have no idea what you're doing. Sometimes you don't know till 5 minutes before, like the CrossFit Games. They don't announce the workouts until minimal an hour before you do it. So you have to have your lifting shoes, you have to have your running shoes, you have to have your cleats, you have to have everything, and you don't know what you're doing, how long it is. I feel like it's cool, and then it's in an arena, so there's like thousands of people watching you, so it's crazy. That's the CrossFit Games, crazy.
In 3 words, exercising gone bad. CrossFit Games in 3 words is definitely exercising gone bad. I mean, did you happen to see the footage from the games last year? You can still go on. I don't know where it's at now online, but they had it up for a long time, and you can go and see it. And like, I literally, like, I talk about this with my coach a lot. Is that like literally think that they're trying to kill somebody? Like, I mean, that would just put it over the edge, right? If somebody freaking died, how extreme is this? Like, no wonder they win $250,000. And like, I've heard people I know that are still at HQ that have talked to the powers that be that they could have made the top prize package for the men and women this year $1 million each. But I mean, how do you go from $25,000 to $1 million? You know, where do you go from there? So I literally think, yeah, well, for $1 million, man, there's a chance somebody could die. You know, and literally when you watch the freaking workouts last year, and like, it's in this arena with black rubber floor that they laid out. It's 100-something degrees out, so it's like 120, 130, and they did like 4 workouts back to back to back. And the last one, they're climbing up a 20-foot rope with no safety measures whatsoever. Like, literally, I'm thinking somebody eventually at the CrossFit Games is going to die. And exercising gone bad. That's the CrossFit Games. But funny, I still want to go.
Because of the development of a competition, one debate is whether CrossFit is a sport or not.
CrossFit is definitely a sport, and the reason why I find it to be a sport is because there's set guidelines. You have an amount, you have a task that needs to be accomplished, and it's there's standards that are set, and you're competing against other people. I actually think it's one of the greatest sports ever because people are always trying to. A lot of sports, the people who are competing in them aren't even athletes. You know, like, for example, you look at like golf. Now, they're extremely good at their sport, but would I want that guy to be with me if I'm in Afghanistan on the fields? Like, you know, would I want that guy to help me if I was, you know, relaying the roof on my house? No. I want someone who's a hard worker and who's fit overall. And so that's what I think CrossFit promotes. And it does a great job of that. So as a sport, I think, you know, at first glance, people are like, how's this a sport? It's just working out. But then when you really look more in depth into it, it's creating an overall, the most fit individual possible, which it's a great sport.
I think of CrossFit strength and conditioning, and then there's CrossFit the games. And Definitely, I don't consider even CrossFit the Games just yet a sport. I mean, granted, there's big money. I mean, there's $1 million prize package this year, right? And if you go by the Webster Dictionary of what sport is something, physical activity you can do and usually contested, which scores points, times, whatever, and then there's a prize. So technically, in that way, it's a sport, but I still think of it more of like a sporting spectacle. I mean, how can you can't really call something a sport if you don't know what's going to happen. You know, I mean, granted, yeah, you have to be good at everything in life. You know, it's a concept. It's kind of hard to get a grip on that, right? So, sporting spectacle I like. Sport, not so much now. Like if they said, hey, there's 30 moves, and we might use 10 of these 30 moves this season, train for these. That's what's going to be at the games. Then I think you get a little bit more idea. But I don't know. That's my opinion.
The CrossFit Games begins with a 6-week open qualifier. A workout is posted each week and people must do the workouts as fast or best as they can. People can either videotape themselves doing it or go to an affiliate. The affiliate then posts a score on the main site or the video must be posted. Nobody has any idea what the workouts will be until they are released. There are 4 divisions: men, women, team, and masters. The team refers to individual participants competing from the same gym, and the Masters groups is split into 4 age groups starting from 45. The top 30 men and 30 women move on to the regionals, and the top 20 people from the Masters division go directly to the finals. The 30 men and 30 women competing in the regionals will battle for the top 6 spots. The final 3 men and 3 women from the regionals then move on to the finals. At stake is $250,000 each for the male and female winner, and the remaining $500,000 prize money is divided among the Masters and top team. At the conclusion of the CrossFit Games, 1 man and 1 woman will be crowned the fittest on earth. Another debate is whether fittest on earth is the deserving title or not.
I see the title of the fittest on earth. That's the title that they give the man and the woman of the CrossFit Games. Hey man, for people that argue it, come out and try it. All right, but it's a lofty title, right? And that's a tough call because you can get into like a lot of hot water with that one. But hey man, they're fitter than I am. But you know what? Think about it. Like baseball, we say the winner of the baseball of the World Series is world champion. But there's a whole league in Japan that plays, right? Do they play them? Or a title's a title. Whatever you give your event, whatever you give a title, that's your title.
I'm not trying to bash CrossFit, but fittest in the world, I think that they can just suffer more than everybody else, like in some ridiculous exercise movements. I don't think that, I mean, they're really fit, don't get me wrong, but how do you describe fit? I don't think that that's a proper title. I think you could say fittest at exercising or something like that, but I don't think the title really stands to it.
Whoever wins those events can call themselves the fittest person, I would like to say, for that weekend in the world. Because it's not like over a month span. Maybe they could have more tests in a month, but a weekend is all they're allowed, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So on that weekend, they're the fittest person on the planet because there's a bunch of people that tried to get to that point. They got to that point, and they were able to outperform everybody on all those different workouts.
It's a good sit around at the bar and argue about the topic, and it's legit.
Deserving or not, the winner will represent this year's evolution of the fittest athlete, and their training methods and performance will inspire the community to lift just a little more, run just a little faster, and work just a little harder to achieve a lifetime of health and fitness.
There you go! Jesse!